What it do, what it do. You are now tuning into the Monkey Rich and Kane podcast. We're going to let this song play for a little bit, and then we're going to get this episode started. You know what it is. You already know what time it is, man. We back with another episode. Shout out to that soundtrack, man. That's one of those things that you can just vibe out, rock out, and you lose yourself. You get immersed in the music, and next thing you know, you don't even know where you're at. Don't do psychedelics and listen to that song, kids. But anyways, man, we sitting around. We finna serve some good game, man. We're going into another week. I mean, actually, it's Monday now, so we got another week ahead of us, man. Some of y'all might have kicked back and didn't do shit during the weekend, but guess what? We back with the Maki and Kane show. So you already know what it is. It's showtime and go time. And I say Maki and Kane because Rich's inconsistent ass isn't here today. So yeah. But that being said, man, I'm gonna let Kane take the mic, and then he's gonna begin the first conversation that we're gonna speak about, and then I'm gonna give my input on a short topic.
Bet. What's up, y'all? Y'all, you know exactly what time it is. We're back here searching more game on the ground for no greyhounds. You just got the pound and ready for the next round, man. So make sure y'all grab your drinks, your snacks, your weed, your beer, whatever the fuck it is you can eat or drink or smoke and sit down. And we better have a chat, man, because we got some bullshit that we gonna talk about tonight, man. Do you have anything else you'd like to say before we get started?
Nah, get in it. Get into it.
Already bet. So I seen this the other day, man. And this to me is just absolute fucking stupid. And this is why I say, man, some people should not be allowed to have the ability to have kids. And it's a brutal fact, but it's a fact. And this is why, because this female on TikTok, she went viral saying that she ain't gonna stop vaping while she's pregnant, which is stupid because everybody knows that nicotine products are unsafe for pregnancy. I got a little article up right now. I'm gonna read some of it. I ain't gonna read the whole thing, but we're gonna get into this just to give a little bit more context about the situation. Kaylee Wolf shared a TikTok in January about vaping while pregnant with her second child. She said her doctor told her to vape instead of using cigarettes as she couldn't quit completely. Research suggests that using nicotine products while pregnant are not safe, obviously. She shared a video last month about vaping while pregnant. She said was prompted, okay, I guess they don't know how to speak or type, to speak out after seeing other mothers being shamed for using nicotine products while expecting. In the January 1st video, which had more than 55,000 views on Saturday, Wolf said she was vaping while 14 weeks pregnant with her second child. She added that even though she also smoked throughout her first pregnancy, she wasn't trying to condone the decision. I'm not saying it's okay, I'm not justifying it, but it is a real addiction. Nicotine is a real addiction. Uh, so with that being said, man, people do stupid ass things because they put their own wants before their own child's needs. And that is a fucked up thing to do. And if you one of those parents that do that shit, man, you need to have some fucking brain surgery and figure out what the hell is wrong with you. Because once you have a kid, your life is no longer your life. That your life will be devoted to taking care of that kid. And this is why I say some people do not need to be able to have kids. They need a mental evaluation. If they don't pass it, well, guess what? They need their birth canals removed. And I'm sorry, but that's just how it is, because there's people like that, uh, who just fucking harm the fuck out of their kids for no reason. What do you think about that?
Man, I think that if there's any addiction that's worse, if there's any addiction that's worth the negative impact and effects on your children that you brought into this earth, if it's too strong for you to give it up for your kids, man, I think you need to give up the ability to have kids. Um, we all go through storms. We all have things that we know we don't need to be necessarily doing or we need to do more of. But when you got bigger responsibilities in life and you have more to live for, and plus the kids, it's gonna impact them way later down the road. You start making better decisions. It's called growing up, and you can't say I don't condone it, but this is what I do. If you do it, you condone it, and there's no other way around it. It's like the old song, "Ain't no way around it." Yeah, there ain't no way around it. So I'm sitting here and I'm saying, this is just a classic case of irresponsibility. But when it's to a detriment of another human being in a way like this isn't verbal. This is direct. It's a direct adverse effect. So I think that she should be held accountable, and I think that the right consequence is not allowing this lady to have any more children. Not maybe take away her ability to have it, but literally put it to where if she has a kid and she does anything like this, she got to go to jail and she got to be in somebody's cell because there's a high chance of what she's doing could result in her kid being in the afterlife before it could even come into this one. So man, I think it's just another case of irresponsible kids trying to be grown. Even you could, man, I swear, like you can't be a kid as far as the law when you're over 18. But there's a lot of motherfuckers that are over the age of 18, but they really ain't over the age of 18, if you know what I'm saying. So that's what I gotta say, man. It's a damn shame, and unfortunately, she gonna inspire a lot of motherfuckers that are out there doing that to keep on doing it because they believe, oh, she got caught, but I won't get caught. Everybody keeps on doing fuck shit until they get the consequences. Rarely will you see a motherfucker be like, okay, this is going to lead to this, so I need to stop. No, usually they got to get burnt to learn. No pun intended.
Yeah, man. I hate the fact that this shit is even out there, that it didn't get taken down because, like you said, this is gonna fucking uh inspire other people and say, okay, well maybe it is okay to vape but not smoke cigarettes. No, it's not okay to smoke nothing while you're pregnant, bro, because that shit gonna affect that baby. And it's just, man, some people I don't know, man. I feel like the system gives women a slap on the wrist too many times when it comes to shit, legal shit. I feel like there's one thing that needs to change, but that's a whole different fucking conversation for another time. Uh, Maki, what you got for us tonight, man?
Man, what I got is I'm gonna get a topic off the dome, kind of like how I do TikTok lives, man. It's very important for y'all to make sure that you ain't hanging around a whole group of people. Because I'm gonna tell you this: if you got too many people in your group, guess what? There's a lot of snakes in your group that you just haven't come to terms with reality. See, the truth of the matter is, man, once you get out of high school, there really ain't a lot of people that you share things in common with because they all finna go their own way. And too many times people sit around and they think, man, yeah, we ain't talked in a while, but he's still solid. Yeah, man, we ain't did this, but they're still solid. When people aren't staying consistent in your life, you don't know what they're doing while they drifting and sifting away. You don't know what they're plotting. You don't even know why they stopped talking to you. But what I'm saying is, a lot of people, they'll think just because someone's around them each and every single day that they're realer than the ones that don't talk to them. That ain't even the truth. They ain't been battle tested. And the times that they did, they try to belittle what they did. It's like being on a battleground and you at war with some soldiers and your fellow comrade starts to run away because he sees things are getting bad. But then all of a sudden you do a 180 and now it's looking good for y'all. And he stops running away. It looked like he was running away. But now that you're winning, you're like, oh man, he probably wasn't running away. He was clearly running away. But people make exceptions and move the goalposts for certain individuals because they think that they're a certain person. What you think and what someone shows you is two different things. What they literally show you is two different things. Yes, misunderstandings happen. But when you see what you see, man, literally with your two own eyes, not on the fucking phone, not on the social media shit, but in real life, when you see what you see, that's when you know what is and what is and what isn't. So that's what I'm saying, man. A lot of people they like clicking up with other individuals to bully people that they fear that they couldn't mess with on their own. So they click up with a bunch of people. You'll have people that they don't like each other, but they also don't like this person. But they don't like that person more than they don't like each other. So next thing you know, they'll form the fuck boy Avengers, sit around like Keisha's hating, oh man, this and that and that and that. Then all of a sudden, now that they don't got nobody to hate on, they turn on each other. So a lot of y'all think that, oh man, I'm a pack mentality, man. I like rolling with a bunch of niggas. Okay. Well, when a whole bunch of niggas start kicking you in your goddamn ass and across your head, you're gonna learn very, very quickly. Just like a lot of you bitches like hanging around a lot of bitches, and the nigga that you crushing on, your homegirl, them fuck. And next thing you know, you sitting around saying, why would you do that? She never supported you. She just tolerated you. That's what a lot of y'all get. People staying around for years confused with loyalty. Nigga, guess what? If you leave a goddamn plant in the ground and you water that shit, it'll keep growing for years. So just because it's there, just because a tree is on the damn ground for a long time, don't mean that that tree bears any fruit. Just because that tree is in the goddamn ground for hundreds of years doesn't mean it bears any fruits. And a lot of these relationships y'all have, y'all don't realize it don't bear any fruit. It's beneficial and it's temporary. And with that being said, Kane, I want to hear what you got to say on that topic, man.
That's 100% facts, man. But let me say, your audio was doing the thing where it was like coming in, like in the beginning of your sentences, it was cut out and it would come in. It's on that fuck shit again.
Next time, tell me earlier so
But
I can correct it.
no, I just started doing that shit. That's why I'm telling you now. I just started doing that shit at the end of your last sentence. Um, but no, it's that's 100% facts, man. Because people get so good at masquerading as a supporter or a friend or family member, or whatever the case may be. But when you pull that mask behind, all you see is a fucking serpent. That's how they were to begin with, was a serpent that shapeshifted you. You thought they was your friend, but really they're your enemy. And it be your own family that be like that sometimes too, man. And that's the part that be the hardest part to come to grips with, is learning that your family are serpents as well. Because you thought that because they were your blood, that they gonna ride for you. No, that ain't always the case, man. Sometimes your blood be the ones be the most jealous of you because they're not the ones in the spotlight of the rest of the family, you know. Uh, say you get famous on social media one day, you know, you get millions of followers and shit, you making bank off of that shit. Some of your own blood, your cousins, your brothers, whoever, they gonna put on that mask. You're not gonna realize it because you thought they was family, but they gonna put on that mask. They gonna masquerade as family. Next thing you know, you pull that mask off, and it really was a serpent the whole time, just waiting to strike. And a lot of times, you just gotta come to grips with the fact that, damn, I gotta cut certain people off. If you don't cut certain people off, well, you're gonna get bit by the serpent. That's really all I gotta say on that topic.
Yep. And there y'all go, man. Y'all got another game edition. But look, we coming stronger this week. We doing it at a whole new level, man. At the end of the day, if you got a solid individual, you better hold on tight. Because the sound of silence is deafening. And when you ain't got nobody to confide in, you'll drown, homie. Everybody likes saying they be alone, but if you don't got at least one solid individual, you're destined to drown. And guess what? The lifeguard might think you're swimming the whole time you're sinking. Yeah. So with that being said, man, um, I'm gonna let Kane say his conclusion. And then after that, I'm gonna play the song, let it ride out, man. You already know what it is. Episode number 16. We're gonna put more episodes on all platforms this week. Let's fucking go. Jake Paul's fighting this weekend. You best believe we're gonna have predictions.
Yeah, that's facts, man. Everybody needs at least one person in their life. I tell you right now, if I didn't have one person in my life, I was alone in constant solitary confinement, I'd want to go crazy. We all need another human connection, no matter how little, how small, whatever. We need that human connection and interaction with each other. But yeah, man, this is the next episode of the Maki and Kane podcast, man. Appreciate every single one of y'all for tapping in. Make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, your mummies, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else that y'all know, man. And with that being said, I'm up out of here.
Yeah, we gonna let
Deuces.
this ride. We gonna let this ride. Hey. Yeah. Woo! Let's go, run it up. It's the MRK podcast, nigga. Yeah. Woo! What he say? Hey, crossover out now. Monty featuring Kane, produced by Octane. Nigga, we doing it how we do it, nigga. Become a boss or get lost, nigga.
Yes,
Woo!
sir. We got a new
Yeah.
song out, baby. Make sure y'all go run that shit up, man. That shit is
Got one
fire.
life to live. Nigga, all praise be
Yes,
to
sir.
Elohim. The devil working hard, the nigga we working harder. Woo!
Yep.
Yeah. Hey,
The
hey,
devil
hey,
is a
hey.
motherfucking liar. You know I ain't worried. Biatch. That's a
Yeah, with
fact.
that being said, peace.
Deuces.